My friend was murdered and I need your guys' help. Her name is Olivia Matthews. She lives in the Georgia area, Smyrna area. She was killed tragically in her apartment from a fire set intentionally. And the cameras were purposely taken out.
Crews, they were called to an apartment complex, this one right here on Windy Hill Road, this morning around 4:15. Firefighters, they put out those flames and they found the body of a woman inside one of those units there. Fire officials, they say that no one else was inside.
There was some suspicion around the scene, so firefighters backed out and, once safe, turned the scene over to Smyrna Police and Smyrna Fire Marshal's office.
Authorities are now investigating the fire as a homicide. Friends, co-workers, and neighbors remember Olivia as a writer, a kind spirit, and someone whose laughter filled every single room.
She was sweet, humble, a person who just wouldn't give a person a fight or anything. So this is very frustrating to us. We just want justice at this point.
This case has not gone cold. We are still following up on leads.
The location of your emergency.
A 911 call a couple of months prior to Matthew's murder came from a nearby apartment complex talking about this guy.
She stated that on the same night, she heard somebody trying to get through her sliding glass door, and then she heard somebody going down the stairs.
He said somebody ran, they was running with some type of flashlight. The only thing he was able to catch is the guy grabbing it and snatching it and running. I do hope that they find whoever did this to this lady, and I do hope that people, regardless of wherever you are today, you take care of your family and you reach out to people and you make sure that your folks is okay.
Before we get into the twists and turns of today's case, I want to share something that completely changed how I looked at my own story. It's a way to uncover your roots, connect with family you never knew you had, and learn where you truly come from. Would you believe me if I told you that a young lady I covered a few years ago turned out to be one of my cousins? And I learned that all through this test. Did you know you can uncover your family history for just $27 using their MyHeritage DNA kit? And I am so excited because I partnered with MyHeritage to share this offer with you. This kit is super easy to use. It only takes a simple cheek swab that lasts 2 minutes. Then MyHeritage reveals your ethnicity breakdown across multiple regions and connects you with DNA matches to relatives you never knew you had. You guys, I am super excited to see this. I kind of waited to film this part because I wanted to make sure this is on camera. I already told my family about this. They're super excited. I'm not surprised. My DNA shows I have roots in Nigeria, West Africa, Central Africa, and European ancestry that is primarily Portuguese. But here's what really blew my mind. I am part of an additional genetic group in North Carolina and South Carolina. This group traces back to British and some Irish, Scottish, and German settlers in the United States. Now here is why you should act fast. With my code, you are not just getting the kit at an amazing price, you are getting the bundle. That means a 30-day free trial, free shipping, the Ancient Origins feature, and more. So just to recap, for $27 you get the MyHeritage DNA kit, a 30-day free trial, free shipping, the Ancient Origins feature, and more. So don't miss out. It is holiday season and this will be a wonderful activity to do around your family. Again, thank you so much to MyHeritage for sponsoring today's video. Olivia Matthews was a 32-year-old playwright whose work blended Southern mysticism with social justice themes. Originally from Central Florida and living in Atlanta, she earned a Bachelor of Arts in Theater from Rollins College and a Master of Fine Arts in Playwriting from Ohio University. Her plays were staged in Houston, Miami, Omaha, and Atlanta, earning national recognition and praise for their emotional depth. Her full-length play, Absentia, won the Jane Chambers Student Playwriting Award in 2020. And the Nativity starring Keisha Taylor became a finalist for the 2025 National Playwrights Conference, a production that received a rare standing ovation and cemented her reputation as a rising star in American theater.
With us for our our stage reading of the Nativity starring Keisha Taylor by Olivia Matthews. Let's hear it for Olivia. So without further ado, please enjoy the Nativity starring Keisha Taylor by Olivia Matthews.
Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou.
Thank God you're here.
Yes, praise be unto him.
I need your help. The beige row or the cream row?
Pardon me.
Which looks best?
There's a difference.
Olivia's creative journey was marked by prestigious fellowships and bold experimentation. She was a Sesame Workshop Writers' Room Fellow, where she developed a children's television pilot, and later joined the Order of the Good Death, producing an audio play titled Here Lies Vivian Green. Her work explored themes of mortality, identity, and resilience, earning her a place among the most promising voices in contemporary drama. Beyond her professional achievements, Olivia was known for her vibrant personality and eclectic interests. She loved listening to podcasts, vibing to new music, and hunting online for the perfect hoops. She started the year with a new goal: to show up better for herself. After spending so much time doing for others, Olivia decided it was time to pour into her own life. She began meal prepping, refreshed her wardrobe, and even experimented with a new hairstyle.
So, this has been a year. And I just need to have a reset, in all kinds of ways. But I think one of the things that'll make me feel better is if I have a reset, aesthetically. And so I'm gonna do a lot of kind of spa self-care stuff. And these are some of the things that I'm gonna be doing. And also just health things as well. They'll be thrown in there. And tomorrow, I'm gonna start this tomorrow. And I'm gonna start with getting my nails done and then getting my brows done. And I'm going to film all of it, if not some of it, so follow on. So this is what I look like to start. Let's see how I look in a week. So I started off my reset with a pretty healthy lunch, and then I went to the nail salon and got roasted by my nail tech. I know, that's why I'm here. Some of the audio. I know. So at this particular nail salon, the deluxe manicure came with a little massage and a hot towel. Here I am getting a pedicure. And these are my nails after, at least on my hands after. Then I went to Brow Bar to get my brows done. I got them threaded. This was my second time getting them threaded. I just haven't done it in years. And usually I do my brows myself, but I kind of let them go. And this is how they turned out. Whatever you want to call it, done. Got my nails done. And then my brows, they look way better. Tomorrow I'm getting my hair done. So stay tuned.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. So no one else can do like you do. That's why I'm spend my life with you.
2025 became the year Olivia committed to romanticizing her life. A fragrance lover, she crafted her own signature scent and began exploring new cities, sharing every adventure online. Olivia also loved hosting intimate gatherings for her closest friends, and her favorite part was handing out thoughtful gift bags. Christmas was her favorite holiday. She had already begun counting down the days, decorating her tree, and imagining cozy nights with friends, but those plans would never come to life. Sadly, on September 3, 2025, Olivia's life ended in a fire investigators say was no accident, and to this day, no one knows the identity of the man responsible.
And new at 6, a Smyrna police investigator says evidence shows a playwright found dead after a fire in her apartment had suffered some kind of physical trauma before the fire.
It began like any other quiet morning in Smyrna until a frantic 911 call shattered the silence. At 4:15 a.m., firefighters rushed to Bella 810 apartments on Windy Hill Road after reports of smoke and alarms. Bella 810 apartments located in Smyrna, Georgia, offer a modern living experience with features such as walk-in closets, private patios or balconies, and fully equipped kitchens. Some units are located near wooded areas, which may create a sense of isolation and raise safety concerns for certain residents. Bella 810 is not a gated community, and aside from limited security at the leasing office, there is no mention of surveillance systems or secured parking lots. Smyrna is generally considered moderately safe, but its crime rate is higher than the national average, with property crimes more common than violent crimes. Residents are advised to take standard precautions such as locking doors and vehicles. Once officers arrived at the scene, smoke still lingered in the air, and the apartment door was forced open by firefighters. They stepped inside cautiously, scanning for any signs of life. Inside Olivia's apartment, they found her lifeless body. At first glance, it looked like a tragic accident, but the truth was far darker. Investigators determined the fire had been deliberately set. Olivia had injuries inconsistent with the flames, confirming this was a homicide. Then came the first twist. 2 doorbell cameras near her apartment had been ripped off just before the fire. Someone wanted to erase their tracks.
So when I got the text at 4 o'clock from my friend that he was like, it's some unusual activity with his doorbell camera. Someone has snatched the doorbell camera off. Now, mind you, this is like 4:20, something around that time in the morning. Right after that, I wake up and I get the text message like at 5. I look at my phone and I'm like, dude, you're saying the building is on fire. So from your doorbell being snatched to all of a sudden now apartment is on fire. That just seems very weird. And then I later found out that not only his doorbell, the doorbell upstairs was also stolen as well. And just the fact that that timing and having a fire and, you know, this woman being deceased happening like that, I really think there's some foul play involved. We've never had an incident like this in our community.
Detectives couldn't confirm forced entry, leaving an unsettling question. Did Olivia let her killer in, or was she ambushed? The crime scene offered few answers, only more questions. Weeks earlier, a woman in the same area called police about a man pacing outside, peering into windows. Surveillance from a nearby complex, not Olivia's, shows a man walking up and down staircases, lingering near doors.
Of somebody who was pacing back and forth in front of her door, peeping in the window. She lives on the 2nd story, so they were peeping over the banister, looking at different things, and lots of up and down the back stairs and pacing, and she found that to be suspicious.
The same night Olivia died, another neighbor reported someone trying to force their way through her door.
She stated that on the same night, she heard somebody trying to get through her sliding glass door, and then she heard somebody going down the stairs.
Detective Wachowiak has urged residents to review footage from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. on the day of the fire. Authorities have announced a $20,000 reward for tips, but the case remains unsolved. Missing cameras, deliberate arson, and a vanished suspect. This is a crime built on silence and shadows, and until someone speaks, Olivia's killer walks free. If you have any information, please come forward. Even the smallest detail could help. Call or email. Tips can also be submitted anonymously through Crime Stoppers. I will keep my thoughts and prayers with the family and friends of Olivia, but this right here, I do not understand why police do not take stalking claims seriously. 3 women called y'all. When I went out to the community, even people in the community said that it was somebody wandering around. And they called the police to tell them. It takes a fire and a death for people to finally take stuff seriously when there was already recordings of this man that they suspect may be the person who did this going into other women's windows. And I don't know if maybe because, y'all know my personal stalking story. I was stalked for an entire year. The police told my mom, my dad, my manager that I needed to quit my job because until the man physically touched me, they can't do nothing about it. I really wish the police took stalking claims seriously. I really do. Not just that, protective orders, everything. But, I just wanted to find more about her, and just watching her literally count down the days until Christmas. And this happened before Thanksgiving. I cannot. You all, let me know your thoughts and your opinions about this. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you dearly. Let's please respect the victim and her family in the comments. And with that being said, please don't forget to check on your loved ones.
Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou.
Wait! The shoes! She goes to a corner and pulls out 2 pairs of sandals, one knee-high gladiators, the other plain and flat.
So my sister let me borrow these 2, right? Gladiators. Roman fashion is so in right now. But the Romans, not so much. And I'm not trying to rock the boat. So enter these, tried and true, but very tried. And this ain't a regular dinner, you feel me?
You're meeting your betrothed family.
And I want to look pretty, but I don't want to look too... Hey, how did you know I was meeting his family? How did you know I was engaged?
I know a lot of things. Do you know who I am, child?
You're an angel.
Right! So why aren't you like, aren't you afraid?
I've heard about angels my whole life. And I'm not saying I knew one would visit me per se, but I've always believed you existed. So I know how this goes. You probably have something major to reveal to me, right? Like a prophecy? Probably like another flood, and it's gonna be on me to warn my people, everybody in the village. No. Ooh, I'm gonna lead a rebellion against the Romans. I'll be the key to freeing my people from years of persecution, and the whole world will live in peace and harmony for ages to come in my name. Okay, my bad. I know you have a job to do, and I just keep running my mana hole. I'm sorry. Let's try this again. Why don't you fly back in, and I'll pretend to be surprised. Okay?
Again, thank you to today's sponsor. With my code, you get the DNA kit for an amazing price, $27 plus a 30-day free trial, free shipping, ancient origins, and more, all for the same cost as the kit alone. Don't miss out on the full bundle.